Welcome to the Stop Systemic Racism, Stop Police Brutality, Stop Police Terror, and Stop the Privatization of our docks. We're going to get on our way over to San Francisco. We have a lot of people over there waiting on us. And we told we'll be there by 12:30. And with the caravan that we're going to lead, maybe we'll take up 2 lanes instead of 4. But we're going to be civil disobedient. So please just stay 2 by 2. Don't get in a hurry. San Francisco will get there. Remember, you don't have to worry about tolls, because there's nobody taking tolls. Okay? So, let's kick this off. First, I want to thank ANSA for stepping up and getting us our sound system, because our truck is not here today. We're utilizing my truck. But you know what? We're still going to get through it. Nothing going to stop us. Okay? And they said never quit, never surrender, and never give up. And that's what we did. We didn't give up just because we didn't have a sound truck. All right? So, being that B, my name is Keith Shanklin. I am the president of ILW Local 34. All around troublemaker, but most of all, a union man. And I want to say thank you to all those who are here. We appreciate you giving up your time for what we're about to embark upon, and that's systemic racism, no privatization of our ports, and in police brutality or police terror. So, in recent events, we want to take a couple of moments and remember a true civil rights legend who passed away this week and was memorialized in the Rotunda of the United States, and then was finally laid to rest in Alabama. Mr. John Robert, man, don't tell me I lost the last name. Lewis. I remember his middle, but I lost the last. Sorry about that. Can we take a moment of silence for Mr. John Robert Lewis, please? All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. I'm not going to hold the mic today because we got a very short and very precise schedule, and I want to get all those who were supposed to speak today on the mic and let them have their time to talk about what we're trying to do. So I'm going to pass the mic on to my brother-in-arms, who is more of a, how would you say, a shit starter than me, who is strong with the mic, and it was always short with his speech, but he delivers a strong message. And when he talks, it thunders. So I want to turn the mic over to Mr. Trent Willis.
All right, thank you, Brother Shanklin. If you don't know me, my name is Trent Willis. I'm the president of the International Longshore Warehouse Union Local 10. And I would like to start off by sending my solidarity to each and every person, sibling, brother and sister, comrade who's come out today to help us continue to shine a light on this criminal act that the Fisher family is trying to pull off here in the city of Oakland. I don't want to go too far into, I think that we've been, especially the group that's out here now, we are pretty well saturated on what the issue is. Okay, what we basically don't want is to be economically vulnerable as citizens of Oakland. The planned proposed stadium downtown is not economically viable for the citizens of Oakland. It is not economically viable. It is never economically viable for the citizens of any town, city, county, for a billionaire to come in and buy up public land that is owned by the citizens of Oakland to make his own profits and pile money into his own pocket. Okay, not only the land downtown, but this land in front of us right here. This is all owned by the citizens of Oakland, California. Anything done with this land should profit the citizens of Oakland, California. And I'm talking about both locations. There's enough of a struggle to survive in normal life without billionaires coming into our cities and taking up the only access to any type of wealth that the citizens in this city have, which is public land. When you're talking about the creation of jobs, the deal for the Fisher family to purchase this land, or this land grab, or what we call it, that the Fisher family is trying to pull off here, it doesn't benefit the citizens of Oakland. It only benefits Fisher as a billionaire. This capitalist system that we live in is swayed to benefit billionaires and the rich. So what happens to the other 99%? What happens to us? What happens to our jobs? What kind of jobs would a stadium in downtown Oakland provide for that area and for the citizens of Oakland? I'll tell you what kind. It'll provide low-paying, low-wage, minimum wage paying jobs with no benefits and no union representation, which is not economically viable for the city of Oakland. What's economically viable for the city of Oakland and the citizens of Oakland are good, high-paying union jobs, okay, where those citizens can go out and afford to buy property in the city, afford to buy necessities, afford to contribute to the economic engine of the city. You can't effectively contribute to the economic engine of a city making minimum wage. Okay, your economic impact in that city is going to be very low, making minimum wage. This is why all workers have to fight for a living wage, for a national living wage. But before we can do that, we have to fight off these billionaires and these lobby politicians who want to listen to the money instead of the people who vote them into office. So once again, brothers and sisters, siblings, comrades, thank you very much for coming out today and joining us and keeping the public aware of what's happening here in Oakland and many other cities across the country. And once again, Local 10 sends its solidarity to each and every one of you individually and the organizations that you represent. Thank you very much.
We don't want them to go anywhere. We love coming to the baseball game. We love eating peanuts. We love eating hot dogs. I especially enjoy the hot dog. But we want them to stay right here in East Oakland and keep East Oakland alive by being that economic engine that East Oakland needs. All right, we're going to have one more speaker, and then we're going to take off and head out towards San Francisco because we're a little bit behind. And let me tell you, this boy, he brings thunder.
Greetings, everyone. I'm a third-generation retired longshore worker. My family has been working on the waterfront since 1944. For over 80 years, these jobs have sustained my family. I'm going to be the bearer of some bad news for people, because you need to know the truth. This facility right here is one of the 5 top entertainment and sports complex sites in the country. Why is that? Its proximity to the airport, its proximity to 2 freeways, proximity to 2 rails, BART and Amtrak. This is prime industrial sports and entertainment complex facility right here in Oakland. What the Oakland A's ownership wants to do is to acquire 122 acres here and 55 acres at the Port of Oakland's Howard Terminal, the 3rd busiest port on the West Coast. The Fisher family says if they don't get what they want at Howard Terminal, that they very will likely leave. This is the bad news that I have. John Fisher can get this property here, 122 acres. If he doesn't get what he wants at the Port of Oakland, he can sell these development rights to someone else, sell the team, or move the team. So you'll be left with a situation where this property is sold, the Oakland A's are gone. Anyway, that is a likely scenario if they don't get what they want at the port. So you can understand what's at stake here. Let me explain something to you. You need to be able to separate John Fisher, who's a multi-billionaire, right-wing industrialist and anti-labor and anti-black, from the Oakland A's. You have to separate those two. Why am I saying this? Well, let's just go down memory lane for a moment. Didn't John Fisher tell the county we can't afford to pay our rent because of COVID? We can't afford to pay our $1.2 million in rent. Isn't that what they said? All of baseball was ashamed of him. Not only did Fisher say that, he said because of COVID-19, we can't afford to pay the minor league ball players $400 a week, which comes to $1,600 a month. That's because the Fisher family see the Oakland A's as an investment. They don't put any money into the team. And I'm telling you, they are using the sentiment and the affection that the city of Oakland has for the Oakland A's. They're pimping that and using that for a massive real estate development deal. Let me tell you what's going on here. You need to hear this. Baseball parks today represent the anchor for real estate development all over the country.
Pay, living wages, and working conditions. So these brothers and sisters earlier today shut down Amazon. Now I don't know if this is the first time in the Bay Area history that Amazon was shut down. I think it is, right? Yeah, so right on for these brothers and sisters. As you know, Amazon workers are not represented by a union. Okay, so these brothers and sisters are taking a huge risk when they stand up to this big conglomerate company like this. And I just want to commend them, and I want to give this brother an opportunity to speak here today. All right, so brothers and sisters, I want to introduce John Hopkins, Amazon worker.
What's up, everybody? I just wanted to come out here and say a few words in support of you guys' action, because we really appreciated your support for our action. It would absolutely not have been possible. And we want to see solidarity continue to grow amongst all workers across all different, industries and areas of the country and the world. We want to see us all come together and stand against these corporate behemoths. There are only 2,000 or so billionaires in the world. There's not that many of them. There's a whole lot more of us. So if we stand together, they don't stand a chance. Thank y'all so much for showing up to support our thing. And anytime we can be, Bay Area's Amazonians will be out here to support y'all as well.